Yep.
What else was there? I think that's what I remember.
Yep. So like that's really good. So we want to save W for when he's poking. If he misses his
Okay.
stun, which is like the little ball ability that he throws, then that's our kind of
Yeah.
like window to go in. And
Okay.
on top of that, we want to try to save as much HP as we can at level 1 through 3. So
Okay.
that after level 3 we can look to fight him. But if we get too
After
low
3.
early, then we can't fight him. So
Yeah.
and we're
Too
okay
risky.
with him crashing the wave on us at the second wave. That's really good for us.
Got it.
Yeah, and I'll show
Yeah.
you why here in a second. You missed a small opportunity, which is good to explain here. It's really good,
Okay.
yeah. So this is all fine. Taking Q here is fine too, because we just want to try to clear the minions in the tower. W is okay too if you're just trying to shield, but Q will help you
Yeah.
farm for sure. This is all
You
fine,
know
I'm
what?
waiting on shield.
It feels really good starting with E actually. Like it's more precise. Forces me to use my autos too.
Yeah, yeah, E start is good against the harder matchups where they have a lot more
Okay.
range than you and you can't fight level 1. But Q start's
Okay.
good when you can actually fight them level 1. Okay, so here, the reason,
Okay.
remember I talked about in the replay before we started, like why crashing level 2 is bad for this person?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the reason why is like we can see it here pretty perfectly. So here the
Okay.
minions are gonna arrive like together, right? And then you have the cannon
Yeah.
wave. So this you have kind of like more pressure to push before this guy does. Um,
Mm.
and we'll see it here. So if you like immediately start pushing here, you're gonna notice that. Let me pause it at the right time. So see, you're level 3, right? And he's still level
Yeah.
2. So he needs to kill
Yeah.
these two still before he can hit level 3. So this would have been a good opportunity for us to like, rather than hitting level 3 and clicking backwards over here, if we got level 3 off
Yeah.
this and moved forward, then this is really good for us, right? Because we have the level advantage.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
because his level 2 versus your level 3, like we're gonna win that like 9 out of 10 times, right? Unless
I
if you
see.
like
Okay.
somehow miss everything and then but
Yeah.
yeah. But here we're allowing him to kill these two minions and then hit level 3, which we don't want.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I had the advantage, so I should have blocked him.
Exactly. So here, right here, this minion here
Mm.
gives us level 3. We should be able to see
Mm.
with this like bar that you have here, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna give us level 3, and then we should be thinking, if we can, like it's a very advanced thing to start thinking about, especially when you first start playing, but I just want to
Yeah.
explain the concept now so you can like kind of identify it later in the games. But
Yeah.
um if you see this opportunity where the crashes on level like the second wave and you see, okay, I only need 2 melee minions to hit level 3 now. Um
Yeah.
this guy needs to kill this one plus this one, or like he needs to kill two of these essentially,
Okay.
right? But you've already killed one, so now you only need to kill one more. So, and this one's really low. So, if you're able to kill this and think about it like in this moment, then you can start
Yeah.
walking up now. Kill it as you're walking up, so then you hit level 3, right? And then you're like standing here, let's say, and then you can close the distance on him. Yeah.
Oh, so
So
the
see,
first
like,
wave gets. Okay.
yeah. So here, like, we see we're level 3, right? So instead of clicking backwards with your mouse, you should be clicking forward here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
So
Not
that's
through the
yeah,
through the wave, like go right through it
yeah.
or
Just go
around it.
right through it, WQ through it, and then just charge at him here.
Oh, okay.
hmm
WQ right. Okay, I get
Yeah.
it.
hmm
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah, because you can tank whatever damage you're gonna take with the shield, and then you can just poke him, and he has to walk back here. Otherwise, he'll lose.
Oh, that makes sense. So
hmm
you're basically keeping him on level 2,
hmm
and you can keep farming.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why
Oh, wow.
crashing the second wave is really bad, like I mentioned earlier, because this
Yeah,
situation happens if you crash the second wave. But
that's
then
a good example.
most people don't punish this, right? They just like do it and like do what you did here, where you like walk back and
Yeah.
then you let him get level 3, and then the advantage is gone, right? It's a really small window, but
Wow.
yeah. But then this is kind of like the type of stuff where you can like really get your leads from, because you could have
Yeah.
that could have been like the difference between him like being full HP right now or like being half HP and like level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
really
you're
small
absolutely
windows like
right.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so if they crash too, then just
hmm
yeah, makes sense. You get your 3
Yep.
and get in
Yeah.
the way.
So if they crash 2,
Okay,
you should be thinking like, okay, push, 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 push. Get level 3,
got it.
fight them. Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes better, it must be better just to see what they do,
Mhm.
right? Like
Mhm.
that's what you said. Like let's see what
Yep.
he does too.
Yep.
Sometimes, right?
Sometimes you don't need to like push right away because if he's gonna screw himself and just like push like crash the first or second wave, it works with the first wave
Mhm.
too. If he crashes first wave, then
Mm,
you're like pushing into him, and then you get advantage as well. So, um,
I see.
mhm.
Okay, that
Yep.
makes sense.
Yep. So in these range matchups where they're typically just gonna start hitting the wave right away, you can be smarter than them and let them push in, and then understand that
Mm,
it's okay for them to push in as long as you are able to punish when like if a minute down the road when you get
yeah.
this kind of opportunity. Yeah.
And you know another thing, Jonah? See, like the Udyr was ganking too. So if I had pushed it too far,
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because like if we were in the other way around, right? Where you shoved
yeah,
level 1 and then it was coming back towards you and the wave's like here right now, you
yeah,
might have been standing here as Udyr came, right? And that's not
yeah.
good either, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, makes sense.
So here warding bot side's really good because you do it in a second, but we saw Udyr just like completely run through and go through the bot side, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now you were talking in the game, like, do I need a ward here? It's like, no, you don't need a ward here because he's like somewhere in this area, right?
He's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we should be looking toward the bot side here instead. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. And then I stand on the top side more
Mm-hmm.
at
Mm-hmm.
this time. Hmm.
Exactly.
That's a really good. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense.
So this is really good for me. This is what you weren't doing last time, but I
Hmm.
saw you doing this time around, which is like huge. Last time you would just start clearing these minions right away without thinking about where the wave is, but this time around
Yeah.
I noticed that instead of killing it right away, you're perfectly happy with keeping it here. And that's a huge
Yeah.
improvement from last time. It's really, really good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Was that okay that I queued them though?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, because
Okay.
the cannon is really really strong. So you want to kill
Mm.
this relatively soon because this cannon is like stronger than like these four
Yeah.
minions combined. Honestly, it's like
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the cannon is like really really strong. So killing it, like queuing it a little bit there is like fine as long as we missed the
Okay.
last hit on it. But I mean, that's just like you'll get used to last hitting more.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because there's times where I did it so much that I had pooled so many minions there, and I had
Yeah,
yeah,
losing HP
like
and stuff. Like yeah.
no, like I'd have them. But I had my farm too.
Hmm.
Like I had my wave, but I had almost two waves sitting there
Hmm.
in some cases.
Yeah.
Like almost,
Hmm.
not
So
two, but like one and a half or so.
yeah. No, that's
And
fine
then
too.
it was
As long as you're able
that's
to.
okay.
Uh,
Okay.
so typically, if you want to keep the freeze, you just want to keep four of these little guys. Is what you want to be
Oh,
aiming for. If you keep
okay.
four minions here, then
Yeah.
this will stay here permanently and will never move.
Really?
Like you could keep it the entire game in theory, as long as
Are you
four.
kidding me? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
there's some
Wow.
people that I've gone against where let's say like I get ganked and then I blow flash, right?
Yeah.
It's easier to put it from the Xerath. Let's say like Shinzao ganked Xerath right now, like earlier,
Okay.
and he
Okay.
has no flash
Yeah.
now, right? His flash is out of the question, right?
Okay.
So Xerath is in a really vulnerable state now, right? Because he has no flash. If he gets ganked again, he's pretty much dead, right? So
Yeah.
imagine if you were able to keep four minions here alive and permanently keep the wave here. He can't play the game. You get what I mean?
Really?
He can't play. If he
Wow.
walks up here, it's too dangerous, right? You can flash on him, you can kill him. Shinzao can come gank again, right?
Oh
So it's almost
yeah,
like
that
you're
makes
putting him in
sense.
like a submission, you know? You're putting him in a chokehold basically.
Oh.
He can't even though you're not killing him, he's being starved like every second that goes
Yeah.
by, he can't farm. So he's just choked out of the game. He's just like he has to stand here and he has to ask his jungler to come and like clear this wave if you're
Wow, that's
permanently freezing. So this
insane.
happens a lot, and this will pretty much never happen in bronze. Like unless if
Really?
you're doing it by yourself, this is never ever gonna happen in bronze. Like you'll never see it once. But in like the
Really?
higher elo games, this is what you see typically a lot. Is like people will keep a freeze here for like
Wow.
5, 4, like maybe even like 3, 4 minutes until the jungler comes and helps him like
Oh
unfreeze it.
my god.
Because
That's
he can't, yeah,
insane.
he can't do anything. He's just stuck. Like if he walks up too
That
far, he's just dead, right? And it's not worth him walking
yeah,
up and dying because then he's losing even more, right? So he has
yeah.
to just accept it and just like sit back and wait until he can do something about it. Yeah.
So I should try to do that too sometimes, no?
Yeah, yeah.
But I gotta roam
Yeah,
too.
you need to roam too, but before level 6 it's hard to roam, right? So I
Oh
meant to
yeah,
pause
true.
it earlier because another reason is right here.
Hmm.
So this is really good, right? We have the wave here. It's good. We're gonna hit level 5 off this cannon. Okay. And then I want you to watch him use this next ability here. So he uses this, oh sorry, the one after this. So this is all still good. He's gonna use one more ability here in a second. It's coming up pretty shortly. So instead of like, it's hard to watch what he's doing when you're playing at the same time, but I want you to
Yeah.
focus on Xerath here rather than yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here, do you see his
Okay.
mana?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's completely gone, right? So this should
Yeah.
be like, we should start looking for opportunities to like move in closer to him and close this gap so that we can fight him.
Mm,
Because his passive
interesting.
is he autos and gets a little bit of mana back, which isn't a big deal. We don't care about
Yeah.
that too much, especially when he's like this out of mana.
Yeah.
Now especially, right? Now instead of clicking back, we
Yeah.
should be clicking forward here. He
Yeah.
can't
I
do
have the advantage.
he can do nothing against you right now. He's a minion. This guy
Wow,
is
that's crazy.
he is a minion right now. He has no abilities, right?
Actually,
Yeah.
like, but look at his health compared to mine. That doesn't matter? No,
Doesn't matter at
right?
all. He can't do anything
Wow.
against you. He can auto attack you,
Wow,
which
that's
will
crazy.
do the max amount of damage he could do to you in like 10 seconds right now is probably about this much.
What? That's it?
Cuz
I didn't know
he has
that.
no mana. He's not like Rumble where he
No
can use
abilities.
abilities anymore. He's no imagine Rumble but you
Yeah.
can't use any abilities anymore. Like how much
Yeah, that's
damage
right. You
would you
said
be able
that.
to do against this guy, right? It's like
Nothing. Absolutely
literally
nothing.
nothing, right? So he's in the
Shit.
same
That's so
situation right
true.
now where he can't do anything at the moment. So
Mm,
when he uses the skill, sure it hits you, right? It sucks it hits you,
mm.
right? But
Yeah.
what we should be thinking about here as he's charging it is like, soon as this thing comes, I'm like beelining for this guy, like
Nice. Okay.
because
Got it.
I know as soon as this ability is down, like or sorry, then even this one, like this one we can go in. I think he uses another one here. This one especially. Oh, oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last one was the big one.
He's got nothing.
Yeah, this one. It's the next one after this. He uses the one that, yeah, that one there. Here I'm thinking
Mm.
like, here I'm already thinking like, okay, I need to start moving up like over here a little bit, like up,
Yeah.
like I want to
Okay,
start
so
closing
creep
the
your way
distance.
up.
Yeah, like
Okay,
creep my
I
way
get
up
it.
a little bit.
Mm,
Soon as he uses ability on this, like I'm pretty much flashing on this guy and I'm like trying to kill him here, because
I get it.
yeah.
Okay.
Or you can
That
like,
makes sense.
what else you can do is you can like walk up to him. He should understand that he can't fight you, right? He should realize like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I have no mana, like, like
Yeah.
So what else you can do is he has to walk back. He can't farm this, and you're happy with that too. So even if he doesn't accept the fight,
Ah.
like he can't farm this now, because you're standing
So
in
either
between
way.
here. Yeah,
Okay.
either way, it's a win-win for you, right?
Oh
But
my
when we walk
god.
back like this distance is like too much,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're giving him opportunity to
hmm
farm.
Yeah, exactly. You're allowing him to
Yeah.
walk up like this when he's a minion right now. He can't do anything. So
My god,
yeah,
he's a minion.
yeah. It's really like a good way to put it because like
Yeah,
he's just a really
that makes
tanky minion at the moment. Like that's his passive
that
right
was his
there.
attack.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Like let's look at
Man,
this.
he doesn't seem like he's gonna be that hard.
Yeah, that was his attack, and that's his passive. Is he
Wow.
got that much mana back from his auto? That's the Xerath
Yeah, it's
passive, and
nothing.
it's really not that much. It's like one ability. Yeah. So even here we can be
Okay.
fighting him a bit, even though we
Yeah.
have not much health left. Like
Mhm.
those are the kind of things I want you to look for, because that's what separates Rumble from other champions, mid
Mhm.
especially, is like you attack their mana pool rather than their HP. Where
Oh,
you can only attack Rumble's HP, right? Like Rumble will
yeah.
never run out of gas. Where
Yeah.
Rumble can attack their mana pool really well in the sense that you can just keep like baiting out abilities over and over until they can't do anything and they have to recall. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
That
was
makes
very
sense.
close.
That was close.
This was very, very close.
Yeah, right here,
Hmm.
and then he flashed.
Yep. Here, if you were a little bit faster, as soon as he misses this, you can start clicking back towards him too.
Oh, okay.
See how you like keep walking back like this?
Yeah, I went the
Yeah,
wrong way.
yeah. If you, because he has no way of stopping you anymore. That's his stun right there. So
Oh man,
yeah.
so many opportunities I didn't see.
Hmm. But these are the things that we can look out for, so we can improve on them, right?
Yeah, it
Like
makes
here, yeah.
sense.
Here, like boom, dead. Right? Like we go forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I should have put my R in a different angle too.
This isn't too bad. I don't mind this
Okay,
R at all. Because what this does is he can't walk this way anymore. So he has to
okay,
walk around like this, which he doesn't really want to do too much. Like it's a
okay,
lot further distance. Like probably the
okay.
best ulti would have been to cover like this direction like this.
Yeah,
But this
yeah,
one's
that's what I
really
was
not bad
thinking.
at all because he has to walk out this way. Um
Okay,
all we want to do accomplish with this ult is stop him from walking this way as fast as possible, right? So that we can
okay.
chase him. Because if he has to walk sideways, then that gives us more time to kill him. Does that make sense?
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Because
Okay,
he
okay,
can't just
got
like
it.
run away this way, otherwise he's dead. He has to walk out, which
Yeah,
gives us more time. Yeah. So like
okay,
walking
got it.
back like this is you're giving him room again, right? So we just want to move
Yeah.
forward. Um, I wonder there.
Hmm.
No, probably Q flash is too greedy here. Like you can kill him there, but then you probably die too. So it's I don't know if it's that worth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. It happens to
Yeah.
me sometimes, and I
Mhm.
regret it.
Here again, like you're walking back really far. Unless if we're
Okay,
scared about Udyr, like we don't care about walking back this far because we just saw that his health was like
low. Yeah,
that's his health right now, right? So it's
yeah.
not like he can just like come up and kill you right now. So what I want you
Okay.
to do in this situation is just drop a ward here immediately, like walk here, drop a ward to make
Mm-hmm.
sure you're safe. Play towards this side, right? And then
Oh,
and then keep pressuring him here as much as you can.
okay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, that makes
Because
sense.
walking back this far, like again, we're kind of allowing him to have this space where we shouldn't allow him to even be in this area right now from his HP.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's slowly healing back with potions, but um,
It's not enough,
like yeah,
really.
it shouldn't have been enough earlier. Now he's gonna start to heal up because we've given him enough time to heal, but earlier he would have been too low. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm almost helping him. Yeah, it makes sense.
Hmm.
Hmm, I
And then
get it.
here, like because your camera is like locked in this area here, right? We
Yeah.
can't see his health right now, so we want to be looking up if we can at his health.
Okay.
Because we can't, we don't even know. He could be like half HP right now from his
Yeah.
potions. Like we don't know, right? So this, like,
I
if
want.
you were able to see his health, then you would play differently, I think, too. Yeah.
That's so true. And
Hmm.
I'm wondering, like, that's one of my questions.
Hmm.
Should I do open camera? Like, should I start practicing or?
I think you can practice switching between the two. So like,
Oh,
it's
okay.
okay to be locked, right? Lock camera is okay. But here, like, I would
Okay.
want you to unlock the camera, look really quickly,
Mhm.
and then you can be like, okay, I can go back to lock now. I got the
I
information I
get it.
needed, you know? Yeah.
Because you use the space bar, right? And the locked,
Um.
don't you? You
So
said that in one of your
no,
streams.
my spacebar is the stop key, which is really unusual.
Huh?
Uh, my spacebar I
Oh.
use to like stop like moving. It's the
Oh, okay.
standstill key, so that I can like space like point my direction.
Yeah. Yeah,
Of
yeah.
my yeah. I can
That
explain
makes
that
sense too.
more after the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Rumble, the stop key is really important because Rumble's the only champion in the game where the direction he's facing is really important. Where other
Yeah.
champions you can fight like running backwards and stuff, but Rumble can only
Yeah.
fight walking forward because his Q is like a cone, right? So
Yeah.
stopping and like stopping at the direction of like one way is quite important. If you want to like
Yeah.
really master Rumble, it's not that important for where you're at right now. It's a really like small detail, but
But long term,
like
yeah.
long term, yeah, you want to use the stop key as much as you can compared to other champions. So I made it my
Yeah, one of your
space bar
videos
here.
you say that too.
Hmm.
Yeah. That he's really good going forward, but really bad getting away.
Yeah.
And then you also said like so then because of that video I started when I retreat on an angle.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a
I
good habit.
retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed now. Like I used to go straight back,
Mhm,
but now instead I go back to the left or back to the right.
mhm. So here's like another opportunity where we're giving him what is this? There's like an ad that popped up.
What? Where did that come
I
from?
don't know. I'm gonna put it. Oh my gosh, it tricked me. I tried to hide
Oh
it.
my
It was
god.
just like
Oh, it got you.
it got me good. What is
That's
this?
hilarious.
I've never had this happen before. Okay, it's gone
Upgrade.
now.
Okay,
Weird.
that's funny.
Yeah. So what I was saying here is like here it's the same situation again where he's running low on mana, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But even though he has more health, we should be thinking like we have our backup. He has no barrier. We can just go, right?
Mhm,
Which you
mhm.
do in a second because I think I tell you you can just like fight and you're like I can go.
You told me.
I'm
Yeah.
like yeah you can go, but like we can do it earlier than what you do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I gotta look out for that. You
yeah,
told me the same thing with Nico last time, like, it was
hmm
the same thing.
yeah. Mana is really easy to punish as Rumble because you're
You said you
never gonna
fight
run out
their
of
mana
mana.
pool? Is that what
hmm
you said?
Sorry.
You fight against their mana pool? What did you
Yeah,
use some
yeah. You
term?
um. So they like look to trade HP and then you look to trade mana. If that makes
I
sense.
get it.
Yeah, like
I
attack
get
their
it.
mana pool. Yeah.
Mm,
This was great. This was like what I want you to do like
nice.
30 seconds ago. But you
That's
like
what
it.
you wanted before.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Exact same thing.
Yeah, as soon as he misses an ability and he's out of mana, just boom, go on him. It's free every
Wow.
time. And this is good. We recall here because we don't know where Udyr is, right? So
Okay.
if we stay with this health and Udyr just comes up and kills us, like then the play all of a sudden was a waste, right? Because
Yeah,
like,
makes sense.
so even though it kind of sucks that we lose some minions there, like it's better to just play it
Yeah.
safe and yeah.
Those are decisions make a difference, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this could have easily been you here dying.
Yeah.
This could have been easily like you still mid lane and Udyr just decides to come mid
That's
instead.
true.
Yeah,
No, for sure.
but that poor sucker got it instead.
Yeah, I know. Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wow, that was my best experience with your coaching with this guy, Xerath. Usually it's really hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of windows, right, that you can see. So like looking bottom
Yeah.
here is really good
Okay.
because the reason why is like we see you see it really briefly. I'm gonna try to like pause it properly. It's kind of hard to pause,
Mhm.
but they're kind of low already, right? And then I think
Okay.
I tell you to press tab in a second here too, and we see like
Yeah.
look at your items. You spent about 1,000 like 600 goldish boots, ruby,
Yeah.
this right? Where this
Yeah.
guy has spent like 600 gold, two long swords. Right? So who's gonna be
Oh,
like, and you're level 8 versus his level 6, like obviously
yeah.
you're gonna be you could probably 1v2 these people at this point, you know?
Okay.
Like you've
Got
had
it.
a fresh recall, like you've had a nice pit stop, and this guy is like, still so weak. So then
Oh,
these are the
interesting.
kind of windows where we want to start thinking like, okay, what I want to accomplish here in the next minute or so is I want to push this wave in to turret so that Xerath has to farm so that I can walk down this way, drop an ulti and kill them, right?
Oh, okay.
So this is like
Interesting.
this is what would be going on in my head right now in this
I
situation.
see.
Is I want to find it like a way where I can move bottom safely and then kill these people while they're still hanging around being really weak.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Especially when you come off a fresh recall like this. Cuz you should be
Okay.
stronger than almost anyone on the map at the moment. Because you
Okay.
just came off a recall like, faster than anyone else has had a
Anyone
chance.
else?
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah,
So
like a
these
pit
are the
stop.
kind of opportunities where we can start look to roam.
Okay. I get it.
Mhm.
And don't roam until, like, what's a window that you would say?
Usually, like, I want to try to shove the wave into turret, so then he's stuck under turret farming while I'm roaming, if that makes
Got
sense.
it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what level you're at, just like,
No, not
or
really. As long as you're above level 6, it's not too bad. Cannon
okay,
waves are typically good to roam on because it takes him longer to kill these, so he can't follow up.
okay,
Um, so this
got
would
it.
be a great opportunity to, like, see how he misses this, right? So we walk
Yeah.
up and we should be using all our abilities on this wave, except for R right now. EQ, like, everything. Try
Oh,
to shove it
okay.
in. He's stuck under here. We can move bottom. Free kill kind of thing.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. And how are you for me going in the back and attacking them from behind? Is that okay?
What do you mean?
The bot? Like
Oh yeah,
sometimes
on your
I
tower. Yeah, it depends on their health, right? Like we saw they were pretty low, so we can definitely go in behind and dive them right now. Um,
yeah.
but it's something
Sometimes
that
I
you need
do
to
it.
look at. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, good.
Sometimes I do it, and then what they do, Jonah, like my
Mm.
team doesn't even help. Like I just end up
Mm.
going there alone. You
Yeah.
know.
Pings usually help with that. If you're like spam pinging that you're on the way, then they'll
Mm,
react a bit better, I think.
okay.
So maybe that's
Okay.
something you could work on too, is
Got it.
pinging, yeah.
Like wake them up. Okay,
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, here we could have art him as well if we want to kill him.
Yeah.
As soon as he misses that, so that's on cooldown. Now that's on
Right
cooldown.
there.
Now he has
Yeah.
nothing. Now he really has nothing because he just stunned the minion.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
he's basically a minion again, right? Even though he has mana, he has like all his abilities are like 3 seconds, 6 seconds,
Oh,
7 seconds
yeah, because
left,
he
right?
used all of them. So
Yeah.
it's like,
hmm
shit.
So here he has like you have about a 3-4 second window where he has nothing again. So here you can just
Wow.
R him and kill him. Yeah. So we want to play off those cooldowns too. Okay, he
Okay.
has that back up again there. Yeah.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense.
hmm
Where
It's
did
like
that word come from?
which one? This one?
Yeah.
Did you put it down?
I
Yeah,
don't remember putting it. Did I?
uh, someone must have.
It could have been my jungler. I don't know. Maybe I
Well,
did it
it
when I
just
was
appears out
spamming.
of nowhere. I swear.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, you did put it down.
I did.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's
I'm
funny.
so dumb. Alright.
Yeah, you needed to see what was happening here. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
you never know when someone's gonna come up behind you like that.
I told you I do weird stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
This was good when you move down like this. I like this a
Okay.
lot. These are the kind of plays I want you to like start going for more. Especially
Okay.
when you're ahead like this. This is how you like win games by yourself. Is you go for plays
Okay.
like this that involve like pulling in a lot of people and then like killing them all.
Okay.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah. Because like killing the same person mid over and over again is one thing, but then killing the sidelines is like way more beneficial for
Yeah.
your team. Yeah.
Yeah, because 'cause you're now helping them,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. So that answers my question. How important is it for me to help those lanes? But it
Yeah. Very
sounds
important.
like it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when you're the one like winning your lane like this, you want to spread
Yeah,
that like that winning lane to the side lanes so that you can
I see.
get them ahead as
Interesting.
possible. Yeah. So this
Mm,
board, this is a very like nitpicky thing, but
okay.
it's good to like learn now rather than later. Is if you put your ward here on this side of the bush, what this will do
Mhm.
is it'll cover like when they walk through like here and stuff, and
Yeah.
like and here a bit better. Where I'll show you where you ward here. When you ward like this, what happens here is this part um, goes a little bit unnoticed, places like this.
Oh,
So sometimes they can like sneak through these areas and you like completely will miss them because they won't pop up from
wow.
ward. So warding
Oh,
here
wow.
is really a better habit so that you can cover this entire area. Because there's these weird dark spots that like I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see, it's kind of like shaded
No, I
when
see it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It makes sense. It made sense when you showed me about warding in the top side too,
Mhm.
right? By the Raptors?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So try to ward to the closer to mid lane on that bush.
Closer
So
to mid lane.
yeah,
Okay.
uh,
That makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. There's these like weird pockets for some reason. I wish it covered the
Yeah.
entire thing, but you need to like put it really on the edge, otherwise it you miss those like small areas. And I've died like that in the past. Like I've learned my lesson the hard way with that one because I've been
Wow.
lazy and just like threw it down and like whatever. But
Yeah.
people have just like hugged the wall and like snuck through, and I'm like, what? How did he get there? Like, like I
Oh,
didn't even
wow.
see
That
him.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
So it's better to just be safe than sorry. And
And it's true that most
yeah.
people would go closer to the wall when they're
Mhm.
it's the
Yeah.
closest path, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's not like an uncommon thing for people to do.
No, no.
So
Like, I wouldn't walk all the way around. I'd go the
yeah, right?
closest.
Like
Yeah.
you would want to get there as fast as possible. So you
Yeah.
definitely want to be careful with that one. Um,
And it makes sense that League made the map like that, so
mhm.
it's more the advanced people know.
Yeah. There's like even like at a high level, if someone sees that you put a ward there on purpose, they'll like punish it by like specifically going to the
Wow.
spot and like doing that so that yeah,
Jeez, man. You
yeah.
guys are unbelievable.
It's
It's amazing.
mhm. So here, I think if we were able to get R down on top of ourselves in here, this could have been winning
Mm,
for us. That's the only way I see you winning this 1v2. Because you have
okay.
MF and Shinzao coming, like, what we should notice here, it's really hard to notice in such a split second, right? Because you weren't
Yeah.
expecting this guy, so it's a lot to process, like, right away.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because we have, like, the power of replay, we can just, like, look at it in hindsight, right?
Yeah.
But what we see here on the map is Shinzao's here, MF is here, right? So
Mm.
ideally, we want to fight on this side of the map, right? That way, it's a
Oh,
3v2. You know what I mean?
got it. Got
Yeah,
it. You
yeah.
want to draw them
You
towards
want to
your own
draw
team.
them like this way if you can, which is hard to do right
Yeah.
now because you're stuck on this side, right? And then but
Yeah.
at the moment, you're kind of sandwiching them, right? Even though it
Yeah.
seems scary because these two are here and they're not, like, you're in a
Mm.
sense kind of sandwiching them. So if you're able to ult here, then they can't like they can go on you, but they're gonna lose a lot of HP to your ult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Makes
it's
sense.
kind of okay if they're fighting you here, as long as your ult
Okay.
is down. But then here we kind of like see how we like run this way,
Yeah. 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 I
and we
made a
run this way,
mistake.
and now the fight is split, right? Now you're
Yeah.
stuck 1v1 with this Udyr, which you really don't want because this guy's pretty strong. And then
Yeah.
and then now Shinzao's over here, and MF has
Yeah.
completely dipped because she thinks it's losing, so she's running back bottom, right?
Oh my god, that makes so much
Yeah.
sense.
So
Shit.
so here I think if we stick together, then it could have been winning for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Hmm.
Because they were right there. Yeah,
Yeah, they
they're
were
right
right there. Yeah.
there. Oh my
But it's
god.
like it's so much to process, and so like you almost kill him by yourself too. If you had the help of like two other people, like, you
Yeah.
know, and then see, like, this would have been like 500 gold shutdown. This guy
Oh,
dies, you get to collect mid. Like, that's a huge swing in gold for the game, right? Very
wow,
very
that's
big
true.
difference. Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
interesting.
So we can
Very
find
interesting.
another like big lead there.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. Here's kind of like more or less the same thing where like I kind of said how Xerath, the longer you stay in lane with him, the harder it gets because his poke becomes higher and his wave clear becomes like insane. He just needs to kill like he just needs like two abilities to kill these minions essentially.
Oh
So
wow.
what we want to look for
Okay.
is that was the perfect example actually. So what we want to look for here is when he uses this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he misses. He misses. Now we go.
Yeah,
Now we go.
got it.
Yeah,
Gonna go
now
right
we
back.
drop ult and we just kill him. Because he has no way
Wow.
of defending
Okay.
again and against you. You know,
That's crazy.
his two abilities that he has left won't kill you with this HP, right? But what he could do is if he had stun, he could stun you and walk back and keep hitting you with abilities.
Yeah,
But if
I
he,
get it.
yeah. But this guy, like, this is the same with like Ari and Nico, for example. Nico, it's her
Or
Q,
even
like,
Lux, no?
yeah, Lux, exactly. The Lux and Nico, it's like the root, right? That you need to look out
Okay,
for. Ari, it's the charm. Xerath, it's that stun. Like, these are the kind of abilities you look out for as cues to like go in. Because as soon
I
as they
get
use
it.
them, Rumble is superior champion every time.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
Hmm.
That's really good to know.
Yep. So those are the windows I want you to find where you're like thinking about it, like, okay, as soon as he uses this, I'm going in. And a good
Okay.
Xerath player will never throw E. He'll never risk it against me.
Really?
If I'm
Okay.
playing against Xerath in like a really high rank game, he'll never
Yeah.
throw it unless if it's guaranteed to hit me, kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, because
'Cause
he
he knows
knows.
that's gonna
Yeah,
save him.
he knows as soon as he misses it, he's dead. Because I'm gonna go on him
Wow,
like 10 out of
that's
10 times.
insane.
Yeah, so he'll never
Okay,
risk like throwing an E like that. Yeah.
interesting.
But at this level, I know they're gonna just use it as soon as it's up on cooldown. He's gonna
Yeah,
throw it
just
like
'cause
10
they're
times in a row,
yeah,
and like, and we can
yeah.
punish him for it every single time he does that. Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So this one lands,
They're
which is unfortunate. Here you can R him
yeah,
though. He's standing still. He can't
okay.
move because his R makes him stand still, right? So if you R
Should I
him,
waste my art like that, or is that, like? Because I was trying to
um,
save it for a win, like, for killing. Like,
yeah,
what if it doesn't
you can. So the thing is, right? Because Zerathar, he has to stand still. He's like one of the weird champions that he can't move while he's Ring, right?
okay.
So if you drop R on him, then he's just gonna die.
Oh,
You know
because
what I
he's
mean?
stuck
He's
anyway.
stuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's stuck. So
Oh
he
my
either has to
god.
cancel his R, or he has to just like die in your ult, kind of thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How
But
do you know
Xerath is
so
a
much
weird one
about it?
like that. Sorry,
Crap.
what?
so much about each of these.
I've played a lot of League.
You played these guys too, like
These
the Xerath?
players?
Yeah,
Oh,
or you just
I've
learned it?
played every single champion. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Mhm.
that was my other question. Like,
Mhm.
how important is it for me to play other
Um,
champions?
I think
You know,
if you're ever playing normals, then playing other champions is really beneficial because you
got
get
it.
to learn
Okay.
like, oh, like like maybe if you played Xerath, then you would understand like, oh, as soon as I use the stun, like I'm
Yeah,
really like vulnerable. Like
yeah.
these are the kind of things you can pick up on, but I wouldn't just like first time them in ranked or anything. Just definitely like stick
No,
to
no, for
yeah.
sure.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
playing
that
other
that
champions is
makes sense.
important for sure. Um,
Okay, that's good.
mhm,
That's good. I'll keep that up then.
yeah. It's fun too to play other champions. Even though you might
It
suck
is.
at it at first, like
Yeah.
it's fun to like learn about it, like other stuff, and maybe you'll find a
It,
champion that you really enjoy as well. So yeah.
yeah. Now that's another thing at the higher ranks. Like,
hmm
are you gonna? Do you only stick with Rumble, or are you gonna?
No, I have to play other champions because
That's what I
like
thought.
yeah, Rumble is the type of champion where you can't pick it every game as well, especially when you get to a higher level. Like there's some games
Yeah,
where Rumble just like will be so weak that you just like you'll be like trolling your team pretty much by picking Rumble. So
that's what I was wondering.
yeah, so
Yeah.
sometimes I have to play other things, and it took a lot of time. Like maybe like 2 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to play anything in a high level other than Rumble. But this past 2 years, I've probably played Rumble less than other champions because I wanted to.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to
Oh,
improve significantly at the other stuff because I kind of
yeah,
reached like a peak with Rumble where, like, I felt like I got as much as I could out of this champion. Um,
yeah,
but what I was lacking was my knowledge of other champions and also like the ability to play them too. But it kind of goes hand in
yeah.
hand where if I start playing the other champions, then I can also play better against them. You know what I mean? Because if you
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
if you were to
important.
face Rumble, like exactly what Rumble does. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I was laned against him one time when I
hmm
was using Kled,
yep,
and man, like I destroyed the guy.
yeah, exactly right. It's so easy when you know these
I
things.
knew
Like
when he
yeah.
was. Yeah,
Like, oh, Rumble overheated. Like, oh, I can just go on him. Like, but other
exactly.
people don't do that,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
it was so weird. Like
hmm
I almost didn't want to hurt him.
Yeah, it's your guy. You
It
don't
felt
want to do
so weird
it.
when I saw someone else choose him. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's me." I thought it was me.
hmm
I literally thought it was me for a while. It's so weird.
That's funny. This one we just need to be a little careful because
Okay.
it's like we want to fight for sure because we're losing, but at the same time,
Yeah.
these two are in base still, and this person's dead, and there's like four people here, and you're kind of like just you and Jax. So it's
Yeah.
like we kind of want to go because this guy's low, but I feel like here we just need to be a bit patient um
Okay.
and like maybe not
I
take
get
this fight. Yeah, I feel like if you watch it again in hindsight, like you would make the same call.
No,
Yeah,
now that I look at it, you're 100% right, and
yeah,
it makes sense why Jax didn't
mm,
jump in. Yeah, no, that
yeah.
makes sense.
He maybe like you guys maybe could have killed two if he jumped in. Like you trade two for
Yeah,
two, but that's like at best kind of thing, and he has to play it
yeah.
correctly too for that to happen. So
I think maybe I should change like I should think more like is it worth the risk, right? Because the
hmm
thing is I'm used to sometimes it's okay if I get killed, but I take a couple with me.
yeah.
But I shouldn't think like that really,
hmm
right? Because it's
Yeah, you should
wasting. It's
think
not
about what
efficient.
you can get out of it too, right?
What
Like,
am I
let's
gonna
say
get
like
out of it?
we go here, right? We go back to this fight where you die. Where is it? Okay, here's actually a good example too. Let's say like what if we kill Gragas here? Like
Yeah.
what can we accomplish afterwards we kill Gragas?
Yeah.
You know? Maybe that
Yeah.
get this bot turret, but is that like really that important kind of thing? Like we don't know where four people on the map right now are like completely missing? Like they
Oh,
could be here,
yeah.
they could be like right here, they could even be here? Like we
Yeah,
have no
true.
idea where these people are right now. So even
Mm,
if we kill him, are we gonna get that much? If the answer is yes, like we kill him and we can get Baron plus like two tower, like we can get so much if we
mm,
kill this guy right now, then sure, like
mm.
go for it. That's a good risk to take. It's like,
Interesting.
high risk, high reward. But here it's like high risk, like very low reward kind of thing.
Very low reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And there they were waiting.
Yeah, right there. And here's like
So
another
true.
example, right? Where it's like if we kill this guy right now, if we kill 2 people, maybe we can get dragon, right? We need to kill
Okay.
at least 2 people, and you need to survive right now for you to get dragon.
Oh, wow.
But
That's not likely.
that's yeah, it's an unlikely situation here, right? Like you
Yeah,
need to
Ezreal
play it
hitting
like
you from far away.
yeah, like
Yeah.
maybe if you got like a perfect ult like this and you like kill 3 of them, I don't know, like somehow. Like maybe there's like a way you could have done that, but um
Yeah. Sometimes I feel invincible with my ult. That's why. Too much.
mhm,
Yeah.
yeah. And you should
That's
also
okay.
think the other way around, right? Like if I die here, what can they get off of it? You know what I mean? That's another way to think too. It's
Okay,
like
okay.
here if I die, it's not the biggest deal. They can't really do much. They get dragon, like, you know,
Yeah,
but like if you're alive, then you can contest dragon right now, which is also pretty
yeah,
important. But
that's
that's another
true.
thing to think about. Is like if I die here, will they be able to get like X, Y, and Z kind of thing? Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
or even sometimes build up their confidence,
hmm
make them come attack your tower more,
yeah,
you know?
exactly, stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
hmm
yeah, it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay.
Here's like another example where we want to unlock our camera a little bit because everything we see down here is like kind of useless, you
Useless.
know.
Yeah,
But
for
we want to
sure.
see what's happening up here, big time right now. Especially if
Okay.
you're gonna go drop an ulti. Like, see how you drop an ulti, like here, right? But we don't
Blind
even
though.
know what's here.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
do a lot of guesses with my
Yeah,
ultimate.
yeah. But if we unlock our camera, then we could see what's
Yeah,
actually here, and you would like you have really good accuracy with your ultis when you're team fighting, and you can see what's happening.
yeah.
I've noticed that your ults are quite accurate. But when you just toss it all like this and like you're just like, shooting in the dark, like we never know where this thing's going. Like imagine if this all instead of like here was like here right now?
Oh, yeah, so
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's so
Yeah,
true.
then that's a triple kill right now. Maybe double, maybe not quite triple. But you kill at least
You
two
you
for
know
sure. Yeah.
you know what my son had? He had this rumble on his team, right?
Mhm.
And literally what the guy did was he had all 5 of them chasing him,
Mhm.
and he was coming back, and then literally he dropped the ult in front of him,
Mhm.
flashed past it, they all ran through it, came back and burned them all pentakill.
That does happen.
It was
Sometimes people
amazing.
just stand in it, I swear, like
Crazy.
they're just like, "Ah, I can sit in this, like
Yeah.
it's no big deal." And then
Some
yeah.
of these guys don't know what rumble does.
Yeah, exactly. Rumble's not a champion that you see very often, so
Yeah.
um, definitely that's like one of the Rumble's biggest strength. This was really, really good from you. I was really happy to
Okay.
see this one. This one, like
Oh,
you, no hesitation. You saw this opportunity to just go, and it was like boom.
nice.
And this was like what brought you guys back in the game a little bit here.
Okay.
hmm If you didn't do this, then the game would have been over a lot sooner.
I see.
Yeah, because you got triple kill. How much gold did you get there? You got
What?
1,700 gold just from that one fight. See? You
Holy.
have 300
I
gold here. As soon as the fight's over, you have 2,000
yeah.
gold, right?
Oh my
So
god.
you're a monster now.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So this
I
brought you
didn't even
guys back in the game big time. If you were really coordinated as a team, you guys could probably Baron here, by the way.
Oh, really?
Because like if you think about it, like as soon as you kill this guy here,
Yeah.
right? There's some plants waiting for you in the river to heal up on, right? Oh,
Yeah.
it's asking me to buy it again. I don't want to
He's
buy this.
persistent.
You guys could potentially look to Baron just because this guy's about to die and there's 30-second death timers. These guys are all dead,
Oh,
right?
yeah, you're right.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to call it because I pretty much assumed that like the team wasn't coordinated enough to all move together here. Um,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
like it's pretty
That's
hard to
okay.
like get your team to like. But here, like, see, like you have 5 alive, they have 0 people alive. The next person that's gonna spawn is Ezreal, who can't really stop you, and that's in
Yeah,
18
luck.
seconds. This one's the big
Yeah.
one you need to worry about, which is 40 seconds away. Like,
Oh, wow.
plenty of time to go and do Baron right now. But um,
Oh, boy.
mhm.
That's
uh,
interesting.
and then if you got Baron, like maybe like the game changes
Give
quite a
time.
bit because not only do you have Baron, but it takes it away from them to push against you, right? So it
Oh,
buys a
got
lot
it.
of time for your team. But I think you guys end up getting. Oh yeah, here was a bit of a mistake too because we overstay. Here
Okay. Oh,
we should see that dragon spawning pretty soon, like right here, 30 seconds, right?
yeah.
So we have to think, okay, I need to recall and get here within 30 seconds. It takes
Uh,
about maybe 25 seconds for you to walk here to here, right? So you need to look to
mm,
recall within the next like literally like 5 seconds or so. You should be
wow.
recalling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So here, like I think I was telling you to recall, but then you were like
Yeah, I was
misunderstanding me to
waiting.
going for one wave. But it was also really
Yeah.
laggy for me, so it was kind of hard to tell. Like you can tell here, it's like freezing up and stuff. So, but if you recalled earlier, then
Yeah.
you would be like around here by now.
There.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you would be around here with your team, and then
Yeah.
see like the dragon spawns now. Yeah, the dragon
Could have
spawns
been
now,
different.
and it could
Yeah.
have been like you with the team here, and then they like die trying to protect the Baron or trying to protect dragon, but maybe you
Yeah.
could have been part of this fight. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. My ultimate would have made a difference there for sure.
Hmm.
Like an early ultimate.
Yeah.
Should I wait early or wait till they get low? Just depends, I guess.
I think if you can hit multiple people, then you just go for it. Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's a
Yeah.
good rule to follow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I usually take the opportunity when they're all together,
Hmm.
or if they're in those corridors and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like those little. Yeah,
Uh, when do you hover far sight here?
I think it's coming.
This was really good. I like this all a lot. Block like using the corridor like this, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
this was excellent. Shame that they get away with a little bit of HP, but that's out of your control.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's okay.
yeah. Kira, Kira was like, like if you had Zonias, then it was looking like like really safe, but like he just big gamble, but it pays off.
I know. Oh man.
Oh, here's what I wanted to look at. Okay, so here's Farsight, right? This is what I
Hmm.
wanted to show you. So
Okay.
when you're losing blue orb, the reason it's so important is how like yellow trinket, the range is about like here, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of need to walk all the way up to these like bushes and stuff to ward it, right?
Yeah.
Which can be really scary, right? Like as we saw earlier when there were just like
Yeah.
four people in the bush and you died, right? Like it
Yeah.
can be really terrifying to do this. But if we look at Farsight, like see the minimap, this is the range you
Yeah.
can put the ward.
What? Actually?
Yeah,
Holy
like
crap!
you could ward the wolf camp from here. You know what
Oh
I mean?
my god.
It's huge. Huge, huge range. So
Oh
when you're
wow.
losing, this is a real like when you're winning, it doesn't matter that much because you have control of the map. But when you're
Yeah.
losing, this one's a really good one to swap to because then you don't need to risk like walking in to get vision. You just like unlock your camera up and just plop it down, kind of thing.
I see. Okay,
So
that makes sense.
yeah. So what I was saying in the game was you should drop one of these in the back of Baron Pit so that whenever that team starts Baron, you'll at least be able to see when they start it. You know.
Yeah,
Like
makes sense.
you'll see them like walk in and then your team has time to react to move over. Yeah.
That's good.
Hmm.
That's really good to know.
Yeah.
That's gonna be helpful.
Mhm. So you can like drop it from about right.
From mid?
Yeah, yeah. From here you can drop it on Baron.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. You don't need to walk over at all. The range is
That's
like
amazing.
yeah. The range is like here right now, like
Oh
that.
wow. I didn't
Mhm.
even know.
Yeah. So really useful tip is this thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's
More when
great.
you're losing. When you're winning, it's not that important because when you're winning, you have control to just walk in wherever and then the stealth
Yeah.
wards are more useful. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like we don't need to walk up this close. This is exactly where we want to put it, but we don't need to walk up that close to put it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
That's a
then it
regular word.
defeats the purpose of
Yeah.
the.
Why did you buy it?
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, yeah.
Hilarious.
This was another pretty good fight. If we got Zonia's off, it would have been really close, I think.
Okay.
Hmm. Um, and then the last team fight, I kind of forget what happens in this last. Oh yeah, this one was pretty close too. So here's like another one of those things where it's like
Don't chase, right?
we're kind of going into like
Unknowns.
unknown
Yeah.
territory where we can use the blue orb at least to pop it down maybe to see. Maybe that's
Blue
something
orb?
we
The
yeah,
far site?
the far sight. Yeah, we can put the far sight in here right now cuz we
Before we go in.
yeah, like when you're way
Yeah.
back here. If you're
Oh
still
my
back here, you
god.
can like put it in to see beforehand. That's another way you
Dude,
can use it.
that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um but when you like see this is so dangerous,
Yeah.
right? Like you just walk
Last
up.
minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my typical stuff I do. and then it's too
Yeah.
many people. No,
Yeah, and then
that's
it's
it.
just too many people. It's really hard. Maybe if you got Q Zonias off, it could have been. You wouldn't need to react like so insanely fast. But if you're like
Yeah,
Q Zonias like right here, right?
yeah.
Then they're stuck here, like
Oh, I forgot about
maybe.
Tanya.
Yeah, Q
Shoot.
Zonias is really really good tool
Oh,
because
I
you're
totally
doing
forgot.
damage while you're in
While
the
they're in the
status.
ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they can't do damage to you. So maybe that's like the only way I can see you guys win this fight after
Okay.
all this happened.
But still,
Um,
it's too risky, regardless.
yeah, it's
So
still
I
a really
really use
risky
smart
fight.
play.
Like you don't really want to be taking that
Look,
on.
the other three were there too.
Mhm.
So even if I win,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all good. Okay, those things are gonna improve
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
sure.
That's pretty much it. Do you have any questions?
No, Jonah, I take so much of your time. It's been like freaking 2 hours, I
Oh,
think.
I don't
Over
mind
two
at all. Sorry.
hours.
I just keep
I feel like
going
I
on and
should.
talking.
No, I feel like I should be paying you more, man.
Oh no,
Feel
it's
bad.
really not a big deal at all. I
Come
enjoy
on,
this kind of
seriously.
thing. It's good. And yeah,
Oh,
the connection
thank
with
you. I
Yuji was
really
huge, so
appreciate it.
I appreciate that too.
No, this is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, this was really helpful.
Yeah, I'm
Really
glad.
helpful.
No, that's what I'm here for,
Yeah.
so.
And you said there's some improvement, so that's a good thing.
Yeah,
So I'll just keep
honestly,
going.
major improvements from last time. I'm already seeing a
That's
good improvement. So, if you just keep working on these things and you start to notice like more opportunities where you can like go in and kill people and stuff like that,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
you can be smarter about your waves and like look to make roaming plays and stuff, like I'm sure you'll
Yeah.
see a lot of improvement in your own play and also in climbing as well.